Alright, we're keeping this hand because we have a turn 1 Vial, and that's basically the rule of thumb for any Hatebears deck, is you want to keep hands that have turn 1 Vial. We do Spirit Guide, that doesn't really change anything. So we'll start with Rugged Prairie. So next turn we can play Blade Splicer off of the Spirit Guide, and then end step we can put Figure Destiny into play. Then our turn we can, I guess if we draw land, we have to draw land in order to pump the figure. Well, a color producing land, which we do not have yet. Now the opponent is representing Mana Leak, so it's kind of a blowout. I think that's still worth it. We're just gonna get blown out if they have it. Produce double white, that's important. Blade Splicer. Don't Mana Leak me, bro. Yes. Didn't have it. Alright, think twice on my end step maybe. Bolt the Golem. What you got for me, boss? Bolt the Blade Splicer. So I guess people just have that much respect for the Blade Splicer with like the Restoration Angel combos and stuff, that they're just like, I need to kill the 1/1 Splicer, not the 3/3 Golem. I mean, the opinion used to be that you just get this incidental 1/1 that sticks around after they like bolt the Golem, but not so much anymore. Okay. So we still can't pump Figure Destiny, unfortunately. If the opponent has Snapcaster Bolt, we could get him with the Thalia. So if we don't want to attack with the Figure of Destiny, see, I could Ghost Quarter my own land. So let's see, if I play Ghost Quarter, I can Ghost Quarter, tap Ghost Quarter for 1, Ghost Quarter the Ghost Quarter, get like a mountain, tap it for red, so I have 2 mana. Then Rugged Prairie gives me 3 mana, I can pump Figure and I can bolt, even with the Thalia. So yeah, let's do that. If they Snapcaster, I don't really want to bolt their guy. I think their play is going to be Snapcaster. And if they do, then we can put Thalia into play in response. Yeah, I'm just going to attack the Golem. Untapped basic, what? Alright. Sounds like I want to pump Figure. I think I'm going to hold off a little bit longer. Yes. Okay. Now Snapcaster won't work anyway. So we'll attack. Deal first strike damage. And yeah, I guess we'll pump. Yes, now, oh, I already played my land. I wanted to tech edge the colonnade in case they're trying to set up for a Supreme Verdict next turn. This is awkward. Well, that was the plan. That's what I meant to do. If we get verdicted, that's my bad. All right, we'll dodge that, I guess. Go with no. All right, well, there's that. Let's attack you for 7. I have no effects. Return target permanent to its owner's hand, draw a card. Okay, so this is deal 4 to the opponent. Okay. I could Ghost Quarter my Ghost Quarter, pump the figure, and I think that's good enough to do it. Yeah, then I could Ghost Quarter my other land. Okay, so I'm gonna go. That resolves. And I'm going to go tap. All right, so I need to go so I can get like red, red off of the plains and the prairie. Then I can go Ghost Quarter the plains to get a mountain. So that's a 3rd mana to pump the figure. Then I could go tap the tech edge for mana, Ghost Quarter the tech edge, get my other plains, and bolt. Okay, so I just need to leave a red open. Okay, so I'm gonna go tap, tap. I'll get red, red. And then I will Ghost Quarter my tech edge. Get a mountain, tap red, Ghost Quarter my plains. Yes. Tap for white. And I will pump using the white, red, red. And then I will bolt you. So that's 8. Well, it took a lot of clicking and a lot of doing math there, but we got there. He had to tap our team to not die. So this looks like, I don't know, it's just some Jeskai control deck, I guess. They didn't really cast any spells. So it's really unclear to me what variant of Jeskai they are. Forge Tender is good against Anger of the Gods, if they have that. We didn't see any artifacts or enchantments. They could have Detention Sphere. That's one that often comes up in Jeskai. Rest in Peace can stop Snapcaster Mage, which is kind of a card we want to deal with. I don't think Linval is good. Blood Moon could be good. They have Cryptic Command, so they have like some islands, but it seems like a lot of their lands were non-basic. Let's see, they could bring in Wear Tear against us since they saw Vile. Fulminator might just be a better answer. Stony, Valor, Stance. I didn't see any like Restoration Angels or anything, so I'm thinking not Stance. Cage could work instead of Rest in Peace. Cage doesn't really stop anything in ours. Alright, so what do we want to cut? Lavamancer, you don't seem very good. A lot of people in Jeskai love to bring in like Staticaster. Is it Staticaster? So Lightning Bolt is pretty good against that. Path is good against like Colonnade stuff. I like Splicer, I like Thalia, I like Arbiter. The Spirit Guide, this matchup might not be where we want the Spirit Guides. Just because it'll tend to come down to attrition, I think, more than tempo. 3 Forge Tender, yeah, sure, why not? So I gotta make one more cut. So I can cut this Gemstone Cavern. So I'm going down to 21 lands and 4 vials. I guess that's fine. Do I need all these Rest in Pieces? Maybe I want the Lavamancer back. Yeah, I'll do that. This Lavamancer can provide some value. Like even though the opponent isn't going to play a lot of creatures that I can target with it, it'll still just like deal the opponent like 4 or 6 points of damage if they're bolting our stuff. 6 cards, I'll keep. So there's some anti-synergy with Rest in Peace and Lavamancer. So usually when I board in Rest in Peace, I board out Lavamancer. But I only brought in one of the Rest in Pieces. So as long as we just don't draw it, we're fine. I'm going to start with Rugged Prairie to Vile. Opponent has their old Ancestral Vision. I was playing Black-White Eldrazi Taxes for a while, and oh, it feels so good to like kill their creature by putting their Suspended Vision into their graveyard from exile. You have no idea how good that feels until you've done it. Alright, so the opponent has a Flooded Strand, which is marginally annoying. So I kind of want to just cast the Arbiter, and then if the opponent tries to bolt it, we could just flash in the Forge Tender, protect it. We'll probably just get like Spell Snared. I think that's our plan though. Kraken response. Scar happen whether they have the counter or not. Untapped land, I guess they're. Oh, hello. Maybe they're just playing around Blood Moon. That might be what's happening. By getting all these basics. So even though the opponent, even though we didn't bring in our Blood Moon and don't have it in our main deck, the opponent might just be like, oh, I gotta like preemptively play around Blood Moon, get all these basics. Yeah, I'll protect it. Ooh, Fulminator Mage. I like that one. So I'm gonna play Ghost Quarter. I'm going to attack. And then I can play Fulminator. So if I Violin the Arbiter and then I Ghost Quarter, that'll kill a land. And then I could play Lavamancer. Or I could play Fulminator and kill the Sacred Foundry. And then play the other Arbiter. Decisions. Kind of want to take the opponent off the red. So Fulminator. And if they play a fetch, we don't want to give them the option of going after it. Like if they play fetch here, and we're like, okay, Arbiter, whatever, they could just fetch in response. Oh, he's Ghost Quartering us. Okay. Sweet. Say yes. Ghost Quarter number 2. And attack. I'll sacrifice the plains. Kill the plains. Alright. And then I will sax kill your island. Flawless. Well, not victory yet, but opponent has no board, but they're about to draw cards. They're about to have 8 cards in hand. This is tempo versus card advantage. We have 4 cards on board and 2 in hand, so that's 6 total. The opponent is about to have 8 cards in hand and 0 on board. So they're ahead by 2 in card advantage. We're ahead by 4 in tempo. We're also ahead 18 to 11 in life totals. Next turn, we're going to go up to 4 and have Restoration Angel ready. I like our chances personally, but I generally err on the side of tempo. The opponent chose to Ghost Quarter us off our Foundry, which I was perfectly happy with. I would definitely sack my Foundry to kill their last remaining land. This is just Arbiter doing his thing. That's all this is. Leonin Arbiter. Gato numero uno. That's Spanish for the number 1 cat. Oh yeah. I guess the opponent is tilting off that they lost their entire board to this tier 0 red-white Hatebears concoction. Look at these cards we've played so far. Burrenton Forge Tender, Fulminator Mage, Sacred Foundry, Ghost Quarter, Rugged Prairie, Ether Vial, Leonin Arbiter. And this has dealt with the entire board of the opponent. So we basically strip mine, Stone Rain, and counterspell on their bolt. That's basically what we did. And the opponent strip mined us on our plateau. So for those of you who have been playing since alpha, that's the translation. Counterspell, Stone Rain, Plateau, Strip Mine. I guess Strip Mine was Antiquities, but you get the idea. All right, there it is. Opponent came back. He probably threw his mouse against the wall and then had to like dig out the other mouse and like plug it in, and that's probably what that intermission was all about. When we double Ghost Quartered him down to 0 permanents. Just nerd rage. Tick up to 4. Does that resolve? I hope so, otherwise this angel's probably never seeing the light of day. If it does go up to 4, the opponent is probably not long for this world. It's my kitty cat cleric deck. Opponent's deep in the tank, whether to let this vial resolve. I guess if the opponent's holding like Dismember, they are debating if they like need to dismember an Arbiter. But then if we have an Angel and we flash it in, then like they're probably super dead. So they have to save it for the Angel, but then they attack for 4 on the Arbiter and they go to 3. Yeah, I don't think they can beat an Angel. He's like, no, he did take it up to 4. That means he has it. That's not going to help you. Gotta pay 4 to crack that fetch. That's all I'm saying. It's time. It's lethal on board. This is quite the display of dominance this game. Opponent started with turn 1 Ancestral Vision, and we're just like, whatever. Turn 1 Vial, way better. Gives me all this tempo. Just kill 4 of your lands. Also kill this one basically with these Arbiters. So made opponent disconnected. So basically made 5 of the opponent's lands irrelevant. Well, the opponent's dead this turn when we just untap and attack for lethal. So we're not going to wait for the opponent. We're just going to count this as a win. So this was this game. Next match.